our next guest and co-author, Tammy Swan.
Hello.
Tammy, can you take a few minutes and introduce yourself to the audience?
My name is Tammy Swan, born and raised in Port Arthur. I have two amazing daughters, Hallie and Tatiana. One of them is here today. I work in the medical field. I own a cleaning service, and I'm starting my own home health business as well. So God willing, that's going to kick off this year, but we're going to keep working on it until it does.
That's right.
Basically, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I love God. Let's clear that up because everybody did mention that. I definitely love God, and been raised in church, born and raised in church. So we all share the same love and passion for Christ, and
I love
that's
that.
really it, yeah.
Yes. The day I called you and asked you about this project, what were your thoughts?
I actually, I do a women's empowerment event every year. And last year's event, God had already told me, Tim has always been my motivational speaker for my events. This particular event, she was unavailable. So I really didn't know what I was supposed to do. So I started praying about it, and God pretty much was like, you're gonna do this yourself. And I did find another motivational speaker, but in the midst of me planning the event, God was already telling me it was time for me to tell my story, because my story has been holding me bound from excelling and reaching my highest goals in life. So when she called me, it was pretty much like 2 months after my event, and God had already told me it was time. So when she said it was time to tell, the title was Tell Your Story, I almost threw my phone, because I'm just like, are you kidding me? Because it was confirmation of what God had already told me that I needed to do this year. So I was very excited. Thank you so much for adding me.
You are very welcome.
This is awesome.
This is truly awesome. And when we talked that day, you shared with me, you had told your story. I was not able to make your event, and I'm super proud of you for stepping forward, stepping out, and being obedient.
Yes.
Tammy, can you share with the audience your chapter title and why you chose that title?
My chapter title is Trapped. The reason that I chose this is because that's my testimony. My story is very serious. I've been through a lot. I've been saved by God. I truly know it was Him who saved me, because I put myself in some really bad situations in my earlier years before becoming a mom. I was just kind of out of control with myself, with the way that I think. I really didn't care. There was some things from my childhood that has kept me bound, not knowing how to forgive and forget, some of those things. So that's what came to my mind when I started writing, is that I'm trapped. And I think that we all kind of get there. We get trapped in relationships. We get trapped in situations, and we stay too long when we should just walk away. But at the same time, these are the things that hold you back from growing. So that was my whole purpose of using that chapter, is that I've been stuck within myself for so many years that now I'm free. As Tam said, when we finished this, I was free. All the things that I carried with me, I let go in writing this story. So again, thank you, because this is what I needed to move forward.
You are very welcome. And Tammy, also, this is just the beginning. Tammy, as she mentioned, she has a women's empowerment conference each year. She's the host of that. She's also, be on the lookout, because she is going to be publishing her own book. So congratulations in advance.
Yes.
So what would you like readers, after someone reads Trapped, because a lot of us are still trapped in some situations.
Absolutely.
And what I want readers, authors, and everybody to know, you do not have to be perfect to write.
Yes.
We are all, there's no perfect person on this earth. We're gonna all fall short, but just get back up again and start over. So I reached out to a few people about this, being a part of this, and some of them told me, you know, my life is not together. We're all going through. I'm not perfect. I still need God.
Yes.
So don't let the enemy trap you into thinking that you are not in position to be what God called and created you to be.
Absolutely.
When you say yes to God, He gonna work with you. And I'm telling you, if you put your hand in His hand and stay focused to Him, but as soon as you get into that relationship with God, you're gonna come out free.
Amen.
You'll start out trapped, but you're gonna come out free.
That's it.
Thank you
That's
so
it.
much, Tammy.
Thank you.
Before you leave, I want to ask you one more question. As you were writing your story, you had a lot. Tammy had a lot to say.
I wrote a book. I wrote my book.
Had a book. Tammy sent me a book, and I said, "Well, you know what? She needs her own book."
Yeah.
Tammy had a lot to say, and I had to start and stop and cried. And after reading your story, I'm very proud of you. Tammy is family to me. I'm from Port Arthur as well, and I've witnessed some of the things that Tammy has shared in her book. So I thank you for being transparent, for not holding back, for being your true authentic self. I want you to continue to be your true authentic self, no matter what nobody says. Because as soon as we started writing, people start talking. You know, once this came out, you know, people start pulling back and this and that. But I'm about walking in my purpose.
Amen.
So when you walking in your purpose, you know, circle gets short, smaller, people start disappearing, and that's the way it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
So thank you for your story. What would you like someone that's trapped right now today? Give them some advice. Give them a word of encouragement.
The word for me would be let it out. Stop holding it in. When we hold stuff in, it self-destruct you, you know, so let it out. You're free from it. God has already forgave you. So we're holding on to things out of shame, out of guilt, out of embarrassment. You've already did it. You survived it. So set yourself free and just move on through life. Trust God. Put Him first. Plan your work. Work your plan.
That's it. Love it.